Hello, this recording is just about some added information about some of the sensors, peripherals that came with the Arduino kit. Uh, the first thing that I want to mention, for example, you may have known or thought that you knew that this was a water level sensor. You could look it up through Google, but since some of the writings were in Chinese, you may not have known how to look for it. So when you are in doubt, like some of the components that you have, especially the ones that came in packages with no English markings, for example, you can go to Google and go to Google Images, take a picture of the component, and then drag it and put it into the search bar, and you will see, for example, when I took a picture of this hygrometer and put it in Google Images in that search bar, then it came up with all these, and obviously it recognized the device and it told me exactly what that is, right? There are so many websites that will give you either the model number, even though the model numbers could change from one company to another, and also the characteristics. But again, they're all doing almost similar things, different characteristics, maybe different performances. But the point here is that you can do that with every component that you may have, not just the sensors or anything else, right? Anything else you may have, whether it's an IC integrated circuit or whether it's a resistor, a special component, special transistor. Whatever the picture you can take that you can put on Google Images, I'm sure it will find a source of information that you may find useful. The second thing that I want to mention is that in this case, when you look at the components or the packages, most packages have like a single component for whatever reason it is, right? But in the case of the hygrometer, it came with three pieces. Those you should keep together because in applications, those three are used together for the purpose of the application. And of course, you see here an example of that, right? You see that the three pieces are together as a set. So this is your chance to have information about any of the components, not just the one that came with the ACE kit, but anything else you may have at home. You could just take a picture and Google will probably locate some information. Last piece of information I had used in one of the sample programs, especially the boardwalk wheel. I have used like 6 LEDs, but you may not have seen what the resistors that protect those LEDs would be like, right? So let me just put back the board, and as you see here, there is this what we call a SIP, single inline package. That means it's a row of pins, right? And in this case specifically, it has 9 pins. And what happens is that, at least in this case, in the case of this device, which the component that you have also in your kit, in this special case, those resistors, there are 8 of them. This package is labeled 331, and 331, that means 33 10 to the power 1 ohms, or that means 330 ohms. So those are just a bunch of 8 resistors of 330 ohms. But the point is that the most left pin, usually located through a dot, that's the common node. That means all the resistors are all connected together to that node, right? And of course, independent as far as the other terminal is concerned, right? The other terminal of the resistor. And so, of course, in your case, if you connect this common point to ground, and you connect the cathode to the resistor, to one LED to each pin, and the output of the Arduino output pins connected to the anode of each LED, and of course the high in this case would lead to the LED turned on, right? The 5 volt here will definitely lead to a current that flows this way, which means the LED will turn on. Some packages are such that they are done this way, right? Independent resistor. That means each pair of pins is a different resistor, right? But in this case, they're all connected together through this common pin, and that means you have to use them in situations where the resistors will share one node, which in this case happens to be ground in the case of that application.